And a new survey has found that Australians have lost trust with China. In 2018, 52% of people responded they trust China to act responsibly in the world. That figure has now dropped dramatically, to 23%. The results also showed a massive 94% said Australia needs to reduce its economic dependence on China. Joe, do you think we're too reliant on China?
I 100% do, despite regionally and geographically them being our greatest trading partner and our obvious trading partner. I do feel like this situation has really been a turning point to make Australians realise, and I hate to use the word, but woke, Australians are now woke to how much we do rely on China for our, they own a lot of our water, they own a lot of our coal, they own a lot of our, they really do own a lot of our supplies and sources and
they buy
and
a lot
things
of
that
our mining sector has relied on China. We buy cheap items from China. We've all loved the cheap products at various
we
department
have.
stores that we can
But
buy
we're well
cheaper
within our
clothes.
That's right. We're well within our rights to feel a mistrust at the moment, and maybe it's a time to explore new foreign investment rules or shift, our manufacturing capabilities away from China. It's a discussion worth having and pursuing, I think.
Susie, it is interesting, isn't it, that the moment we started sticking up for ourselves and saying we're not, along with this pandemic, China started taking retaliatory action against us with, stopping exports, or from their point of view, imports from Australia. We've certainly felt we've been feeling the full force of China.
Oh, for sure. I've always been amused when people have spoken about free trade. There's no such thing. I've never had faith in China. And when you think about it, they've been taking our raw materials and selling us back cheap items. Why? Because it's cheap slave labour over there. And we can't compete in this country. We've allowed our manufacturing to go down to such crucial levels that we've got no choice but to get from China at this stage. Although I heard on the news last night that we're starting to make nappies. So that's a good start to be able to sort of build up our own manufacturing. But now that Brexit's happening, well, we've got somewhere else to sell our barley and our beef and our tea town.
Yes. What I also find interesting that they label us racist. And so the moment we start getting a bit concerned, is it racist of us? Does Australia have a racism towards China?
Well, I don't think we do. Maybe there are individuals who feel that way, but I think it's more to the point that I think when the rubber hits the road, are Aussies going to be prepared to pay more for the items that they've been paying and buying cheaply? And I think that's probably more to the point.
The bottom dollar.
That is absolutely, you nailed it, Susie. It's, we can all say this and we can say it's not good and blah, 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 and we can point our finger, but at the end of the day, if our Nikes come cheaper, through there or whatever, we're the first to sign up, aren't we? So it's maybe we're going to have to swallow a bitter pill if we do want to expand.
It's a shame that there's been such a big pandemic to bring this to the front. It's awful to think that the world has literally come to a halt for us to realise how dependent we are on just one country. It doesn't matter whether it's China or anyone, it's dependent on one country.
Absolutely.
It's the Ben, Rob and Robbo, Ben, Rob and Robbo Show.